Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great, and welcome to a very late but necessary update on Athena, or ENA. That's the name of the token. We're going to do a full update right here. We'll talk about the fundamentals, we'll talk about the news, we'll talk about the price action, we'll talk about the different scenarios, and we'll talk about potentially most interesting and most important, what I think is most likely. Now, so let's get right into it. I'll try to keep this short and concise. I don't want to take up too much of your time this beautiful Sunday, or at least I hope it's a beautiful Sunday for all of you. I have some interesting thoughts on Athena that I want to share. So let's get right into it. It's been insanely strong actually for the last, basically since the 20th of July. And it's been also one of the most resilient coins when we actually had a pullback and bearish momentum about a week and 2 weeks ago, right? I mean, at the end of July, beginning of August, we had pullbacks throughout the markets, and you can see that Athena never got close on the 12-hour time frame, never got close to breaking down below the uptrend. And you can see, for example, when we had a little bit of a fair value gap right here, we found a very strong reaction there. So in general, technically, Athena has been very, very bullish. And fundamentally, to start off with the positive, because there are some negatives as well that I think we need to talk about. Fundamentally, it's been doing great as well. If you take a look at the TVL right here, so the amount of value that's locked on the Athena protocol, at this point of time, it's $10.25 billion, all right, which makes it one of the biggest protocols on Ethereum. At this point of time, it's number 6 with only Lido DAO, Aave, Eigenlayer, Binance Staked ETH, and EtherFi being higher, but those are mostly liquid staking protocols, with Athena being something different, right? So it's one of the biggest protocols on there. Ethereum itself has been incredibly strong, of course. So that fundamentally is great. And it's not only the TVL. I mean, also if you take a look at some other metrics, which I can show you right here, if you take a look at something like the earnings annualized, the revenue annualized, it's great, right? They're making a lot of money. And at this point of time, Athena is sitting at a market cap of about $4.8 billion. You could actually make the argument that it's at least in crypto terms, relatively fair valued. So that's bullish, all right? And that's also why, especially with the Ethereum strength we're seeing right now, and with the connections that Athena has, because Athena has some amazing connections in the crypto world. I mean, they have some huge investors, etc. I have to be positive about it for now, but ultimately, I think this is going to fall again. I mean, we've seen in the past a couple of very, very aggressive and relentless dumps in price. As you can see right here, you can see right now the volume, the momentum we've had is bigger than it's been before, and Ethereum has been stronger than before. So do I think for now it's most likely we're going to rally into that same target above $1? Yes, but I think you should be cautious, because what's going on with Athena is that there's daily tokens going to investors, to core contributors, going to ecosystem incentives, and those are just very prone, especially at this valuation, to be sold off. So you have this supply overhang that, sure, I mean, a lot of coins have that, but with Athena, we've seen in the past that actually can have destructive consequences. So for now, like I said, because of the strong fundamentals, because of the strong price action, there's a couple of divergences here, which I think we need to be aware of, with the price making higher highs, RSI making lower highs, volume making lower highs, open interest making higher highs, aka more leverage, less momentum. So I think you should be prepared for a bigger pullback, especially if we get some bad fundamentals next week with a higher than expected inflation rate data. But I think it's most likely that, after pulling back, if we get good data on Tuesday, and if we get a strong opening tomorrow, I think we're just going to bounce at 66 cents. And from there, get a breakout above 75 cents, which is our main resistance level right now, and rally into our next target, which is probably going to be around 90 cents. And if we get bad data, I also do still think that we're going to be able to hold this uptrend, but then we're just going to pull back a little bit lower into possibly this level again at 60, 55 cents before spiking up higher and breaking above 75 cents later. So longer term, I am bullish on Athena. I know about the risks, I know about the dangers, and you should too. And short term, it's going to depend for me on the fundamentals. So then not only the inflation rate data, but also just in general, the development of fundamentals over the course of next week. So keep an eye on those, all right? But ultimately, I'm cautiously optimistic still on Athena. I will keep you updated on this, of course, as well. But for now, that's it. So thank you for watching. Take care and bye.